Okay, we are given the equation 25x minus 30y is equal to 1200, and we will find the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and also the slope. And unfortunately, this right here is not in the slope-intercept form, right? So we cannot tell the slope nor the y-intercept right away, and we will just have to do the work to answer these questions, okay? And let's go ahead and find the x-intercept first. I will put it down right here. And in order to do this, you have to remember what do we have to do, all right? First of all, to get the x-intercept, we are going to let y equal to 0 and then solve for x, okay? So this is the work that we will have to do. And now let's go ahead, plugging 0 into this y and then finish this. We have 25x minus 30 times the y, which is 0 now, right? And then we have this equals to 1200 like this. And now we see in the middle part right here, negative 30 times 0, this is just 0, so it doesn't matter. And now we will have the 25x, and that's equal to 1200. This is 25 times x. So what do we do? Well, we can just divide both sides by 25, and we can get the x by itself, and this is pretty much it. 1200 divided by 25 is 48, okay? So x is equal to 48 right here, okay? So that's pretty much the answer for the first part. I will write down 48 for the x value, and the y value is 0, so I put down comma 0 like that. And then for the y-intercept, right? So let's put this down right here. It's similar, but you have to remember it's also the opposite. Once again, for the x-intercept, we let y equal to 0, but now for the y-intercept, we are going to let x equal to 0. Be sure you remember this, okay? And then we will have to solve for the y. And now let's do the work. Plugging 0 into this x, so we will have 25 times 0, and then minus 30y, and that's equal to 1200, okay? This part is 0, right? And then we will just have negative 30 times y, and that's equal to 1200. And now we can go ahead, divide both sides by negative 30, so that this and that will be cancelled. And in the end, we see that y is equal to positive 1200 divided by negative 30. We get negative 40, okay? So in this case, x is 0 and y is negative 40. So I'll put this down for the y-intercept, 0, negative 40. And finally, we have to get the slope. And you see we have 2 points right here, so we'll use the points right here, right? And then use the slope formula. And let me write down the work right here for you guys. For the slope, we are looking at these 2 points. The first one is 48, 0, and the second one is 0, negative 40. And be sure, you go ahead and label this as x1, this is y1, and label this as x2, and this is y2. This way, we can use the slope formula, okay? So the slope formula m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we just have to work this out now. First of all, y2 is equal to negative 40, okay? And then we have the minus from the formula, and then y1 is equal to 0, so we put this down, and then all over x2 is this 0 right here, and then minus x1 is 48, right? So this right here is what we have. And now take a look on the top. This is negative 40 minus 0, so we have negative 40. And then on the bottom, we have 0 minus 48, so that's negative 48, okay? So in the end, we know that negative will give us positive, and then we have 40 and 48. We have to reduce this fraction. We know that 8 goes into 40 5 times. Meanwhile, 8 goes into 48 6 times, okay? So all in all, we get positive 5 over 6. Negative divided by negative is positive. Reduce the fraction, we get 5 over 6. And that's the slope. And with that being said, we are done. That's it.